When I was in 7th grade, if you failed a test, you know what happened? You failed a test. Like nobody cared about your self-esteem when I was a 7th grader. They were like, well, you're irresponsible, you should have studied, you failed. But then in 8th grade for the second time, everybody started to be concerned about how kids felt about themselves in regards to their grades, in regards to their lives. So it was like, oh, you bombed, you made a 32 on your test and you misspelled your own name. Oh man, we don't want you to feel bad about yourself. So here's that, we're gonna let you take that test again, except here are the answers this time. Oh, you made a 73. How do you feel about that 73? Can you live with a C? No. You know what, let's do that test one more time. And oh, you're late with your homework. Don't worry about it. We'll just take 5 points off, turn it in later. And what this did on top of the self-esteem movement, which has all of us telling our kids they're the best thing ever, is set them up for an entitlement mentality that's going to make them angry and embittered and entitled as they get older. I want to just be so bold as to say this to you. Look right at me. This is me in love. You're average. By definition, you're just average, right? We're not all superstars. Now, that's what our folks have been telling us and other people have been telling us, right? You are amazing. The only reason you're amazing is you've been made in the image of God. That's it. You've been made in the image of God, and that is spectacular. But overall, if you would get in your mind, I'm just kind of average, then life's going to be amazing for you. But if you buy into the lie that everything's going to be easy for you and that there's no pain in life if you love Jesus and you play your cards right, you are going to grow entitled and angry, and I think you're going to blow up your life eventually. My sister lives in Taiwan, and they describe this generation that feels entitled as strawberries. They're just so tender, and you just don't want to bruise them. You can't drop them or they'll explode and be like little strawberries. I think we're saying snowflake here, but I think that has political connotations, and I'm not getting in that fight here with you guys. I could say some things like Greg, clean it up, but I love him. I'm not doing it. And so there's this kind of softness. And so what ends up happening is if you grow up with your mom and your dad and your teachers and everybody around you going, you're really special and you're really incredible, and man, everybody's lucky to have you in their lives, and marriage is amazing if you do it right, and you should have plenty of money and everything. I mean, imagine what it's like when you actually have to live life and step outside of that fairy tale. Imagine how disappointed you are when you get into marriage and you realize, oh, there's 2 sinners living in this house and I'm one of them. But if we'll think about it, when that happens, whose fault is it? It's not my fault, because I'm awesome. It's not my fault, I'm special. You know who it is? It's my wife's fault. It's my boss's fault. It's my neighbor's fault. It's this church's fault. It's this, and you can't ever own the fact that you're a sinner in need of grace because you're such a strawberry that you can't be bruised by a world that's built to bruise you because sin has entered the chaos. Are you tracking with me? So that's an identity, right? I'm not going to struggle. Everything's always going to be awesome. I mean, think about how often you've just been in the clutches of a dark season and somebody at church is like, how you doing? And you just immediately, praise his name. I'm great, brother. Right? I mean, this is a projected image. It enslaves us. It makes us feel entitled, and it'll lead to self-destruction because you've got to have somebody to blame because you certainly can't be at fault because you're amazing. And I just want to love you to go, you might be amazing, but you are amazingly average.